Greetings from the Guild, gamers. I'm Guildmaster Jason. Welcome to Savage Sunday.
Savage Sunday.
Savage. For those of you who don't know, Savage Sunday is when I, Guildmaster Jason, give you guys some awesome card combos for Magic the Gathering to destroy your friends with. Today's Savage Sunday combo is going to consist of Twilight Prophet and Torgaar, Famine Incarnate. Now, Twilight Prophet only costs 4 mana, but you don't want to throw it out as soon as possible. This strategy relies on waiting a while into the game before you actually use Twilight Prophet, which is good because you don't know when you're going to draw it. So, Twilight Prophet has the Ascend feature. With the Ascend feature, at any point when you have at least 10 permanent cards on the battlefield, that's your lands, your monsters, your enchantments, all of that, you obtain the City's Blessing. Now, you don't lose the City's Blessing if you fall under those 10 cards. You maintain the City's Blessing for the rest of the game, but that alone doesn't do very much for you. So let's take a look at the second feature on Twilight Prophet. At the beginning of your upkeep phase, if you have the City's Blessing, by the way, that's why I say that you want to wait to cast Twilight Prophet. You don't want to cast her before you have the City's Blessing. You get to draw a card off the top of your deck, and you add that card to your hand. Now, whatever the mana cost is for that card, your opponent loses that much life and you gain that much life. And this is something that happens every single turn that Twilight Prophet remains on the field. Now, because you waited to summon Twilight Prophet, you've probably got a lot of monsters on the field now, right? That's where Famine Incarnate comes in. Famine Incarnate usually costs 8 mana. Now, that's pretty expensive, but instead of spending mana, you can sacrifice creatures to summon him. Each creature you summon counts as 2 mana. Now, keeping track here at this point, Twilight Prophet is dealing damage to your opponent every single turn while simultaneously healing you and adding cards to your hand. On top of that, you've got Torgaar, who is a powerhouse, stomping through any of your opponent's defenses. By the time you get both of these creatures on the field, I am sure your opponent will not have a chance. Now, let's say you're like me and you like this combo so much that you want to build an entire deck build around it. As you can see, these are both black mana cards, so you would probably want to build that deck build around black mana. As far as supporting cards, I would definitely recommend some things that keep creatures on the board. When you're building up to get ready to summon Twilight Prophet, you don't want your opponents knocking down all your permanents. So here's a few supporting cards that will help you with that. Doom Dissenter. Doom Dissenter may look weak, but it doesn't cost much mana to get him on the field, and once he's on the field, as soon as he's destroyed, he comes back even stronger, which basically just keeps permanents on your field. Deathbloom Thalid is another good card for this exact same reason. Another fun card to throw in that might support this strategy is Open the Graves, which essentially gives the same effect that Doom Dissenter and Deathbloom Thalid have to all of your creatures, pretty much making it impossible for your opponent to decrease the amount of permanents you have on your side of the field. So with cards like this, that kind of handles controlling the board in your startup for this strategy. Now let's talk about some high mana cost heavy hitters that you're going to want to throw in this deck. Keeping in mind the effect that Twilight Prophet has, it gives you a really good excuse to throw some high mana cards into your deck. Because the higher that mana cost is for each card you draw each upkeep phase, the more damage you're going to deal to your opponent, the more damage you're going to heal each round. As for high cost mana cards, I don't think I really have to go into much detail there. Because we are talking about high mana cost cards, any card with a high mana cost is probably already going to come with either some really cool features or some just plain out strong power and toughness. And just so you guys know, I'm not just making this stuff up, this is actually a deck build that I have used personally. I've been playing Magic the Gathering Arena online for about a month or so now, and using this deck build has actually brought me from bronze to silver rank. So if you're in the arena and you see Stormlord, just know you're in for a fight. But that's all for this week's Savage Sunday. If you guys have anything to say about this combo, be sure to drop a comment. Or if you have an idea for our next combo, be sure to send us a message. Until next time, game on, gamers.